welcome here to TalkFCB and welcome back to the channel, guys. The excitement continues to come and indeed the news that comes with that, because in today's video we are going to be talking about the potential of two new signings and the first signings under Joan Laporta as our new Barcelona president. We're also going to be talking about the determination and the commitment of Ronald Koeman, the gesture that he's made over the past few months, and finally we are also going to be talking about a very special Brazilian and sending all of our support in their time of need. It's all coming up today. Let's get to it now. Come on. But I do want to start, first of all, with some quick news here on Ousmane Dembele. And I do want to bring in the news here that at long last, he has indeed been included in the French international squad for their upcoming international games. He is back with the French national team for the first time since November of 2018. He hasn't played for France for over 2 years. Absolutely incredible there. And I think we'll all agree that Dembele, regardless of what you thought of recent games, in terms of chances missed throughout the season, he has earned his place in that French national side. Didier Deschamps there, he said recently Dembele has been back to playing consistently, he's been playing well. He said he's back as well to his physical peak. He said he's playing, he's scoring. He did say, yeah, he could score more goals, but he said what he's doing now is exactly why he was part of the squad, which became world champions. And for a player there who has spent so much time on the sidelines, so much time there not being able to play in these moments, I'm happy for him. We are all behind him. And we want Dembele to do the best that he can and to go on, of course, to reach his full potential. But I do want to talk here about Ronald Koeman. I do want to make a real special effort in this video to basically single out Ronald Koeman and just understand really what he's given the club and the kind of commitment he has, that regardless of whether you think the results are good, whether you think the results are bad, whether you think we've been playing well or whether you think we haven't, putting all of that aside, what I've always said about Koeman, what we've all believed here, is that he cares about this club. He loves Barca, and we can all appreciate that. Because I'll take you back first of all to when he first got the job, when he came in there from the Netherlands national side. Remember, his own country ahead of a big European championship, he turned his back on just to simply come and coach here at Barcelona. And remember, he had a special termination clause in his Netherlands deal so that Barcelona could, in fact, make him their coach. And it was later reported that he actually paid that clause from his own pocket. Because of our financial situation, it was Koeman who activated his own release clause. And then as well, you add to that, back when Bartomeu resigned from his position, the glorious day that was, but when Tusquets came in there as the head of the temporary management committee, one of his first jobs there as the acting board was to reduce wages, to somehow get the financial situation under control. And he needed help. He needed somebody there to help convince the players. And who was the first man to stand up and say, you know what, take my wages, I'll do the cut voluntarily? It was Ronald Koeman, who stood up there, who was the first one to lead by example. And once he'd done that, once he'd made that pledge, it was easy then to make the players follow. And that was indeed confirmed there, with Tusquets speaking in an interview where he said that, yeah, Ronald was the very first one to come to me and say, you know what, whatever you need, doesn't matter how long I've got to wait for them, doesn't matter when they're going to come, just do what you need to do for this club. And like I say, it just proves once again that Koeman, he's always had the club's best interests at heart. He wants to succeed here, he wants to do well here, and I think that public show of support yesterday in Laporta's inauguration, it was a really positive thing for Koeman. To Laporta there in that speech when he was speaking about Messi, when he was talking there about the big plans that he had, to single out Koeman and say, you know what, we're behind you, we are backing you as our coach. And according to the media right now, based on that statement, based on the feelings now that are coming from that new board, Koeman is their man, they are behind him, and they see him as the future, as the Barcelona coach. And once again, it's that unity, that togetherness, which will take us forward. But speaking indeed about Joan Laporta, not only there about the decision that he has to make over the coaching role, which he seems to be there leaning the way of Ronald Koeman for next season, he's also been thinking, of course, about the players that he will bring in after he did promise Koeman in that speech that he would give him a competitive and quality squad of players. And according to reports right now in the Catalan media, the first player to be signed and sealed under the leadership of Laporta, it is going to be no surprises whatsoever, Eric Garcia coming in from Manchester City. A player there, of course, who's also going to be involved in the coming international break. He's been called up by Luis Enrique for the Spanish national team squad. And Eric Garcia, apparently, according to those reports, is only a matter of time before he becomes a Barca player. He's close to signing his deal, which he can sign. There's nothing stopping that from happening. He is in the last 6 months of his deal with Man City. He'll come, he'll sign on a free, and that could even happen in the coming days ahead of next season. And he will not be the only new defender at Barcelona next season, if reports are to be believed, because another man who could be on his way shortly after that with another rather straightforward deal for Barca to complete, and it's all surrounding there, the current Real Betis right-back Emerson, the 22-year-old who we've been tracking and keeping a very, very close eye on now for quite some time. He's been impressing in La Liga, he's been brilliant going forward, and this season under Manuel Pellegrini, I think he's probably had his best season in Spanish football. He's actually got 3 assists there and a goal in his last 6 games in La Liga. He's in a really, really good run of form. And according to reports, Joan Laporta and his board, they've decided they do want Emerson. Because at the end of the season, we know that right now, Barca partially own Emerson. We do technically own half of him already. What we would need to do at the end of the season to purchase him outright is apparently pay there a fee between 6 million euros and 9 million euros to completely buy the player outright, and then he would become a Barca player for the coming season. And I've got to say, looking here towards the next campaign, having Dest and Emerson competing there at right back, it's very, very good and very exciting for the future. But of course, I'll say again, where would that leave Sergio Roberto? Finally though guys, another topic that I really did want to touch on, that I really did want to discuss in today's video, it does revolve there around a player who I know is very close to so many of our hearts. It's Ronaldinho, because at the end of February, Ronaldinho sadly had some very, very tragic news. His mother actually passed away, sadly, from COVID at the age of 71, and that was a loss there that, of course, as you can imagine, hit him very, very hard indeed, and of course all of our thoughts go out to Ronaldinho. And I do bring you this news right now, because there are some concerning reports emerging in the media that apparently those close right now to Ronaldinho are worried about his excessive partying and excessive alcohol consumption after the death of his mother. Because a friend close to Ronaldinho said every day it's a party. He said he starts drinking vodka, he starts drinking whiskey, gin in the morning, and only come the next morning does he stop. He said it's become more and more intense since his mother's death. We are worried about him. And that was something there that when I read that really, really did make me sad and make me down, because this is a player, let's not forget, who really did light up the world. And that is no exaggeration whatsoever, because he was somebody there who, particularly for me, he made me fall in love, not just with Barcelona, but with the entire game of football. His ability, his talent, his attitude on the football pitch, he could light up a room. It doesn't matter where you're from, doesn't matter who you supported, you always wanted to sit down, watch Ronaldinho, appreciate what he could do. And it honestly makes me so sad now to see him after that career is over, sort of spiralling here, maybe out of control. And I just wanted to say, we are all behind you. You will always have love. You will always have so much appreciation here from us Barcelona fans. We will never, ever forget what you brought to our club, the way you transformed us in many ways. And across football, football fans idolise you for the man you are, for the way you made us all feel about the game of football. And we just want the best for you right now. I just hope that Ronaldinho has somebody close to him, has people around him who can care for him and get him through this moment. And I'm sure that you will all join me and come together in wishing Ronaldinho at a difficult time all of our support. And that right there, guys, is indeed today's news roundup. We got there the potential 2 signings incoming for Joan Laporta's Barcelona. What do you make there of Eric Garcia and Emerson? If those reports do indeed turn out to be true, which looks likely, let me know your thoughts as well on Dembele and the gesture shown by Ronald Koeman and his love for this club. Let me know all of those thoughts down below, guys. I hope you're all doing well, and I hope you're all still enjoying the moment that we're in. Long may it continue, and I will see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca el Barça.